Chosen ones, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about your destiny. Right now, in this exact moment, God Himself is orchestrating a shift so profound, so earth-shattering, that all of heaven is watching with anticipation. You feel it, don't you? The Almighty has been watching you, preparing you, molding you in the shadows like a master craftsman, and now God is ready to unleash you upon the world like a divine force of nature that cannot be contained. Here's what they don't want you to know. Every single moment of struggle, every rejection, every time you felt invisible or overlooked, it wasn't punishment, it was God's preparation. The Almighty has been conducting the greatest orchestration in all of creation, and you, my friend, you are the headlining act. Right now, as these words reach your soul, God's spotlight of destiny is swinging toward you with the intensity of 1,000 suns, and there's absolutely nothing that can stop what the Lord has planned for you. Think about it like this. Imagine the greatest theater in all of heaven, where angels and archangels gather to witness the most spectacular performance ever conceived by God Himself. The curtain is about to rise, the heavenly hosts are on the edge of their seats, and you are standing in the wings, about to step into a role that will redefine what it means to be chosen by the Almighty. This isn't just your moment. This is your divine coronation orchestrated by God. First, let me tell you something that's going to revolutionize how you see yourself and your entire journey up to this point. You've been living under the illusion that you're just another person trying to make it in this world, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You are not ordinary. You never were ordinary. You are a divine instrument crafted by the hands of God Himself, designed for a purpose so magnificent that it transcends human understanding. Every fiber of your being carries the signature of the Almighty, something that was meant to emerge at exactly this time in history, according to God's perfect plan. The reason you've always felt different, the reason you've never quite fit into the boxes that society tried to force you into, is because you weren't meant to fit. You were meant to break the mold entirely. You were meant to show the world that there's a completely different way to exist, a completely different level of power and presence that most people can't even comprehend. And now, after years of preparation in the cosmic training ground, you're being called to step forward and claim your rightful place as a leader, as a beacon, as the boss of your own destiny, and an inspiration to countless others. Look around you right now, and notice how things have been shifting. People are treating you differently, aren't they? There's a new respect in their eyes, a new attention to your words and actions. This isn't your imagination playing tricks on you. This is the universe adjusting reality itself to match your emerging power. The energy that you carry, the presence that you emanate, it's becoming impossible to ignore. You're like a lighthouse that's been slowly increasing its brightness, and now people from miles away are starting to see your light piercing through the darkness of their confusion and limitation. Second, I need you to understand the magnitude of what's happening in the spiritual realm right now. There are forces at work that operate on levels far beyond what most people can perceive, and these forces have been meticulously planning your rise for longer than you can imagine. Every disappointment you faced was actually a redirection towards something greater. Every door that seemed to close was actually clearing the path for the right door to open at the perfect time. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and it certainly didn't make a mistake when it chose you. You see, there's a divine timing to everything, and that timing is now reaching its crescendo. All those years when you wondered why things weren't happening faster, why you weren't getting the recognition you deserved, why it felt like you were being held back while others seemed to move ahead, it wasn't because you weren't ready. It was because the world wasn't ready for you. The universe was still preparing the stage, still arranging all the pieces, still making sure that when your moment came, it would be absolutely perfect and absolutely unstoppable. But here's where it gets really exciting. God isn't just planning to give you a little success or a small promotion. No, that would be thinking too small for someone chosen by the Almighty. God is preparing to catapult you into a realm of influence and impact that will amaze even you. You're about to discover powers within yourself that you didn't even know existed, gifts that God planted in your spirit before you were even born. You're about to step into a version of yourself that is so confident, so magnetic, so undeniably anointed, that everyone who encounters you will immediately recognize that they're in the presence of someone truly chosen by God. This transformation isn't going to be gradual. When God decides it's time, things happen with lightning speed. One day you're wondering if anyone will ever truly see you, and the next day you're fielding opportunities from every direction, with people literally competing for your attention and your time. That's the nature of God's timing. When it's your season according to His plan, everything changes all at once, and you step into a completely new level of existence where you're no longer chasing opportunities because God is sending opportunities to chase you. Third, let's talk about the specific signs that prove this cosmic shift is already beginning in your life. You've probably noticed that your intuition has become sharper, haven't you? You're picking up on things before they happen, sensing the energy of situations and people with an accuracy that sometimes surprises even you. This isn't just personal growth. This is your spiritual abilities coming online, your divine gifts activating in preparation for the leadership role you're about to step into. Your presence is becoming magnetic in ways you can't fully explain. When you walk into a room now, conversations pause, people turn to look, and there's a shift in the energy that everyone can feel even if they can't articulate it. Animals are drawn to you more than usual, children seem to gravitate toward your energy, and even strangers find themselves opening up to you in ways that feel almost mystical. This is happening because your energy signature is changing, evolving, rising to match the cosmic role you were always meant to play. You're also starting to see through people and situations with a clarity that can be almost overwhelming. The masks that people wear, the games that they play, the hidden motivations behind their actions, it's all becoming transparent to you. This gift of discernment is being activated because you're going to need it in your new role as a leader. You can't guide others if you can't see clearly, and the universe is making sure you have all the tools you need to fulfill your purpose with wisdom and power. But perhaps the most significant sign is the way synchronicities are multiplying in your life. Numbers showing up repeatedly, perfect timing that seems too coincidental to be coincidence, people and opportunities appearing just when you need them most. These aren't random occurrences. They're confirmation from the universe that you're aligned with your highest path and that divine forces are actively working to support your emergence into your true power. Fourth, I want to address something that might be stirring up some fear inside you as you realize the magnitude of what's coming. It's natural to feel a mixture of excitement and nervousness when you're on the verge of such a massive transformation. Part of you might be thinking, am I really ready for this? What if I can't handle the responsibility? What if I disappoint people? Let me put those fears to rest right now, with a truth that will anchor you in unshakable confidence. You were born ready. Every challenge you've faced, every obstacle you've overcome, every moment when you had to dig deep and find strength you didn't know you possessed, it was all training for this moment. The universe doesn't prepare someone for decades just to set them up for failure. You have been tested, refined, and strengthened through experiences that would have broken lesser souls, and you emerged not just intact but more powerful than ever. That's not an accident. That's evidence of your divine nature. The nervousness you feel isn't weakness. It's reverence for the magnitude of what you're stepping into. It's your soul recognizing that you're about to cross a threshold into a completely different level of existence, and that's something that deserves respect and awe. But don't let that reverence turn into doubt. The same force that created the stars and set the planets in motion is the force that chose you for this role, and that force doesn't make mistakes. Think about every leader throughout history who changed the world. Do you think they felt completely ready when their moment came? Of course not. But they stepped forward anyway, trusting in something greater than their fears, and they discovered that they had everything they needed inside them all along. You are no different. In fact, you might be even more prepared than you realize, because you've been chosen for this specific time in history, when the world needs exactly what you have to offer. The universe has a way of revealing your capabilities to you gradually, so you don't become overwhelmed by the full scope of your power all at once. As you step into your new role, you'll discover abilities and strengths that you never knew existed. You'll find yourself handling situations with a grace and wisdom that amazes even you. You'll watch yourself inspire and influence others in ways that feel both natural and miraculous. Fifth, let's explore what this cosmic spotlight actually means for your day-to-day life and how dramatically things are about to change. When I say the universe is putting you in the spotlight, I'm not just talking about some vague spiritual concept. I'm talking about tangible, visible, undeniable changes that everyone around you will witness and acknowledge. People who used to overlook you will suddenly see you with new eyes. Opportunities that seemed impossible will become not just possible but inevitable. Your words will carry more weight, your opinions will be sought after, and your presence will command respect in ways that might surprise you at first. This isn't about developing an ego or becoming arrogant. This is about stepping into your authentic power and allowing others to recognize what was always true about you. You've always been a leader, even when you were leading from behind the scenes. You've always had profound wisdom, even when others weren't ready to hear it. Now finally, the world is ready to receive what you've always had to give. The financial abundance that has seemed elusive will begin to flow toward you from multiple directions, not because you're chasing it, but because you're finally aligned with your true value and purpose. When you step into your authentic power, the universe responds by ensuring you have all the resources you need to fulfill your mission. Money is just energy, and when your energy is aligned with your highest purpose, financial prosperity becomes a natural byproduct of your authentic expression. Your relationships will transform as well. Some people who couldn't handle your emerging power will naturally drift away, making room for new connections with individuals who can match your energy and support your growth. You'll attract mentors, collaborators, and supporters who recognize your potential and want to be part of your journey. These aren't just business relationships. These are soul connections with people who have been waiting their entire lives to work alongside someone of your caliber. But here's something crucial to understand. This spotlight isn't just about personal success. You're being elevated because the world needs what you have to offer. There are people out there right now who are struggling, who are lost, who are waiting for someone like you to show them the way forward. Your rise to prominence isn't just about you claiming your power. It's about you becoming the beacon of hope and inspiration that others desperately need. Sixth, I need to prepare you for the challenges that come with this level of visibility and influence. Not everyone will celebrate your emergence into power. There will be people who feel threatened by your success, who will try to diminish your achievements or question your worthiness. This isn't a reflection of any lack in you. It's a reflection of their own insecurities and limitations. When someone operates from a mindset of scarcity and competition, they can't help but see another person's success as a threat to their own possibilities. You'll encounter critics who have never achieved a fraction of what you're accomplishing, but feel qualified to judge your methods and your message. You'll face skeptics who can't comprehend the level of consciousness you're operating from, so they'll try to reduce your impact to something they can understand and control. You might even face betrayal from people you trusted, individuals who were comfortable with the old version of you but can't handle your transformation into something greater. But here's what you need to understand about these challenges. They're not obstacles to your success. They're confirmations of it. When you're operating at a low level of impact, nobody pays attention to what you're doing. It's only when you start to truly make a difference, when you start to shine so brightly that you illuminate the darkness in others, that you attract opposition. The criticism you face will be directly proportional to the impact you're making. Every great leader throughout history faced similar challenges. They were misunderstood, criticized, and sometimes even persecuted for bringing new ideas and elevated consciousness to a world that wasn't ready for change. But they persevered because they understood something crucial. Their mission was bigger than the comfort of those who opposed them. Your mission is bigger than the comfort of your critics too. The key is to use this opposition as fuel rather than allowing it to become a source of discouragement. Every time someone tries to tear you down, let it remind you of how powerful you've become. Every time someone questions your worthiness, let it strengthen your resolve to prove them wrong through your actions and your results. Every time someone tries to dim your light, let it inspire you to shine even brighter. You have something that your critics don't have, divine backing. You're not fighting these battles alone. You have the universe itself supporting your mission, and that's an unbeatable advantage. When you're aligned with your highest purpose, every attack against you ultimately works in your favor, because it forces you to dig deeper, rise higher, and become even more powerful than you were before. Seventh, let's talk about the specific gifts and abilities that are about to be revealed within you as you step into this cosmic spotlight. You're not just going to become more successful in the conventional sense. You're going to discover that you possess capabilities that border on the supernatural. Your intuition will become so sharp that you'll know things before they happen. Your ability to read people and situations will become almost telepathic. Your presence will have a healing effect on others that they'll feel but might not be able to explain. These aren't metaphorical abilities. These are literal gifts that activate when someone steps into their true spiritual power. You'll find yourself saying exactly the right thing at exactly the right moment to change someone's entire perspective. You'll walk into chaotic situations and somehow bring peace and clarity just through your presence. You'll make decisions with a wisdom that seems to come from a source beyond your personal experience and knowledge. Your creative abilities will explode into new dimensions. Ideas will flow through you with such clarity and power that you'll wonder where they're coming from. You'll find yourself creating solutions to problems that have stumped others for years. Your vision will become so clear and compelling that others will naturally want to follow your lead and support your initiatives. But perhaps most importantly, you'll develop an unshakable inner knowing about your purpose and your path. The doubts and uncertainties that have plagued you in the past will dissolve because you'll be operating from a level of certainty that comes from direct connection with divine intelligence. You'll know without a shadow of a doubt that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. This inner knowing will make you virtually unstoppable because you won't be easily swayed by external opinions or temporary setbacks. When you know on the deepest level that you're fulfilling your divine purpose, criticism becomes irrelevant and obstacles become temporary inconveniences rather than insurmountable barriers. Eighth, I want to paint a picture of what your life is going to look like 6 months from now when this transformation is in full swing. Imagine waking up every morning with complete clarity about your purpose and excited anticipation about the opportunities that await you. Instead of dreading another day of unfulfilling routine, you'll spring out of bed energized by the knowledge that you're living your authentic life and making a real difference in the world. Your calendar will be filled with meaningful engagements, speaking opportunities, collaboration requests, and meetings with people who recognize your value and want to support your mission. You won't be chasing opportunities because opportunities will be seeking you out. Your phone will ring with invitations to participate in projects that align perfectly with your passions and your purpose. The financial stress that might be weighing on you right now will become a distant memory, not because you'll be focused on money, but because money will naturally flow toward you as a result of the value you're providing and the impact you're making. You'll find yourself in the pleasant position of having more opportunities than you can accept, which means you'll get to choose only the ones that truly excite you and align with your highest vision. Your relationships will be transformed as well. You'll be surrounded by people who inspire you, challenge you to grow, and celebrate your success without jealousy or resentment. These will be soul-level connections with individuals who are operating at your level of consciousness and committed to making a positive impact in the world. The loneliness you might feel right now will be replaced by a sense of belonging to a community of awakened souls who understand your mission and support your journey. But beyond the external changes, the internal transformation will be even more profound. You'll carry yourself with a confidence that comes from knowing who you are and why you're here. You'll speak with authority because you'll be speaking from authentic experience and divine inspiration. You'll make decisions quickly and confidently because you'll be connected to a source of wisdom that transcends personal opinion and cultural conditioning. People will seek you out for guidance and inspiration, not because you're trying to be a guru, but because your life will be a living example of what's possible when someone aligns with their true purpose. Your very existence will be a form of teaching, demonstrating to others that they too can transcend their limitations and step into their power. Ninth, let me address the responsibility that comes with this level of influence and how to wield your power wisely. With great power comes great responsibility, and as you step into this cosmic spotlight, you'll be entrusted with the ability to influence and inspire others in profound ways. This is both an incredible privilege and a sacred duty that requires wisdom, humility, and unwavering commitment to the highest good. You'll discover that your words carry more weight than they ever have before. People will hang on your every statement, looking for guidance and inspiration. This means you'll need to be more conscious than ever about what you say and how you say it. Your casual comments might become life-changing insights for someone who's struggling. Your offhand remarks might be remembered and repeated for years to come. But don't let this responsibility paralyze you with fear of making mistakes. The same divine intelligence that's elevating you to this position will also guide you in how to use your influence wisely. You'll find yourself naturally gravitating toward messages and actions that serve the highest good. Your heart will become a compass that points you toward the most loving and empowering responses to every situation. The key is to remain connected to your source, to never let your ego convince you that your power comes from your personality or your achievements. Your power comes from your connection to something much greater than yourself, and as long as you remember that and honor that, you'll use your influence in ways that uplift and inspire rather than manipulate or control. You'll also need to set healthy boundaries as your influence grows. More people will want access to your time and energy, and you'll need to learn to say no to opportunities that don't align with your highest vision, even if they seem appealing on the surface. Your time and energy are precious resources that should be invested wisely in activities and relationships that support your mission and your growth. Remember that part of your responsibility is to model what healthy success looks like. This means taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually, even as your external demands increase. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't lead others to a place of balance and fulfillment if you're not embodying those qualities yourself. 10th, let's explore how this transformation will ripple out to affect not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you, and ultimately contribute to a larger shift in consciousness on this planet. You see, your emergence into power isn't an isolated event. You're part of a larger wave of awakening souls who are stepping into their authentic power at this crucial time in human history. Together, you're contributing to a fundamental shift in how humanity operates and what becomes possible for our species. As you step into your role as a leader and influencer, you'll inspire others to examine their own lives and consider what might be possible if they too aligned with their highest purpose. Your example will plant seeds of possibility in minds that have been trapped in limitation and fear. People will look at your transformation and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. This isn't just about individual success stories, this is about collective evolution. As more and more people step into their authentic power and begin operating from love rather than fear, from abundance rather than scarcity, from unity rather than separation, the entire fabric of society begins to change. New solutions emerge for old problems. New possibilities open up that were previously unimaginable. Your success will contribute to raising the collective vibration of consciousness on this planet. Every time you choose love over fear, every time you operate from integrity rather than manipulation, every time you use your power to uplift rather than control, you're adding to a growing field of positive energy that affects everyone and everything around you. The people you influence will go on to influence others, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond what you can see or measure. A single conversation you have with someone might change their entire trajectory, and they might go on to impact thousands of others in ways that trace back to your influence. This is the exponential power of authentic leadership and conscious influence. But this also means that your transformation is urgently needed right now. The world is facing challenges that require new levels of consciousness and new approaches to problem solving. The old ways of thinking and operating that got us into these challenges won't be sufficient to get us out. We need awakened souls like you to step forward and show us what's possible when someone operates from their highest potential. 11th, I need to prepare you for the moment when everything clicks into place and you fully embody your power. Because when that moment comes, it will be unlike anything you've ever experienced before. There will be a day, perhaps very soon, when you wake up and realize that you've completely shed your old identity, and stepped fully into your new role as a conscious leader and powerful influencer. On that day, you'll look in the mirror and see someone completely different looking back at you. Not because your physical appearance has changed dramatically, but because the energy you carry, the confidence you embody, and the power you radiate will be unmistakably transformed. You'll see a leader looking back at you. You'll see someone who commands respect, who inspires others, who makes things happen. Your voice will sound different when you speak, not in tone but in authority. Your words will carry a weight and a power that even you might find surprising at first. When you enter a room, the energy will shift to accommodate your presence. Conversations will naturally flow toward you, and people will instinctively look to you for guidance and direction. The Obsidian Inner Order is where you can process difficult realizations together every week on our Zoom calls with people who understand that some of life's most painful experiences become our greatest teachers. We don't encourage bitterness, we cultivate wisdom. Your ability to see people's true character is a gift that will protect you from future betrayals. Your willingness to forgive while maintaining boundaries shows strength, not weakness. Your wisdom was earned through experience, not given freely. Connect with people who value truth. Join the Obsidian Inner Order. Link in the description. But the most profound change will be internal. The self-doubt that might be whispering in your mind right now will be completely silenced. The imposter syndrome that might make you question whether you deserve success will vanish entirely. You'll operate from a place of such deep knowing about your worth and your purpose that external validation will become unnecessary. This doesn't mean you'll become arrogant or disconnected from others. In fact, the opposite will be true. Your confidence will be so grounded in authentic self-knowledge that you'll be able to connect with others more deeply than ever before. You'll be able to see their potential even when they can't see it themselves, and you'll be able to inspire them to reach for possibilities they never imagined. When this full embodiment occurs, you'll understand with crystal clarity why everything in your life happened exactly as it did. Every disappointment will reveal itself as a redirection. Every challenge will show itself as preparation. Every delay will prove to have been perfect timing. The seemingly random pieces of your life will suddenly form a beautiful and purposeful pattern that takes your breath away. Finally, as we reach the crescendo of this cosmic transmission, I want you to understand that everything I've shared with you isn't just possibility or potential. This is your destiny unfolding right now. The universe has already decided that your time has come. The cosmic spotlight is already swinging toward you. The only question remaining is how quickly you'll step into your power and claim what's rightfully yours. You are not reading these words by accident. You are not hearing this message by coincidence. Your soul called this information into your experience because it's time for you to remember who you really are and why you're here. The part of you that has always known you were meant for something greater has been patiently waiting for this moment when all the preparation is complete and you're ready to emerge into your full power. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and it certainly didn't make a mistake when it chose you. You have been specifically selected, carefully prepared, and divinely equipped for this role. Every ability you possess, every experience you've lived through, every relationship you've formed, it has all been orchestrated to prepare you for this moment when you step into the cosmic spotlight and show the world who's really the boss. But here's the most beautiful part of this entire journey. This is just the beginning. As magnificent as your transformation will be, as powerful as you're about to become, this is only the first chapter of a story that will continue to unfold in ways that will amaze even you. Your power will continue to grow, your influence will continue to expand, and your impact will continue to ripple out into the world in ways that will contribute to the elevation of all humanity. So step forward with confidence, chosen one. The spotlight is waiting for you, and the world is ready to see what you're really made of. Your time is now, your power is real, and your destiny is calling. The universe is putting you in the spotlight, not just to show others who's the boss, but to remind you of the magnificent truth you've always known deep in your soul. You were born for greatness, and greatness is exactly what you're about to deliver. The cosmic spotlight is yours. Step into it boldly, own it completely, and let your light illuminate the path for all who follow. Your reign has begun,